Are we live? We're live. Hello, hello. Daisy, there was no error. No error. You read the title correctly. Hello, gospel. Y'all can think about more conversation topics while I tell you guys the story. But yeah. Who we fighting? Who told you to quit? Child. Let me tell y'all the story. I'll wait till a couple more people come in here. Ooh, it's kind of hot. I don't know why. Hey, Brianna. We in here. Show is 19 people. That's good enough. All right. So, as you guys have seen lately, I haven't been on the YouTube tip lately. I've done the lives because they're easy, but in terms of like actually producing videos, it's been a minute. It's been just over a week and stuff. And for me, that's not really normal. Like I post videos every day, right? Also, give me other ideas to post because guys, I'm running dry. And it needs to be like content that I can catch up with. Don't ask me to do a show that's been out here for like 7 seasons. I'm not catching up. But anyways, I've been looking for work to kind of supplement because YouTube, it's great, but now that I live here, now that I actually have an electricity bill, you guys, rent is higher, all this stuff, I need more money. So I was like, let me look for a job where it's still content creating, it's remote, and I can still do like what I do here, and then also have like a higher, technically a higher paying job, but it's just adding on to what I already make from YouTube. This better be a damn lie. You ain't leaving us. Oh, you guys are killing me. Same. I'm not watching Insecure. I mean, I'm watching Insecure, but I'm not gonna review Insecure. I thought I was going to, but I'm not going to. So I like maybe like a month ago or whatever, I applied to be a part of this company. It's a content farm. So if you don't know what content farms are, it's basically like the BuzzFeeds or Clever News, like these people, these like big corporations where it's like content creators who put out the videos and not necessarily like the company itself. So they'll like contract different workers to come up with ideas, write the scripts, produce the videos, be in the videos, voice over them if it's a voiceover, all that stuff. So these big media content farms like look for smaller people basically to do their big job, right? So I was like, you know what? It's kind of in the realm of what I already do. If it was giving me a BuzzFeed vibe, I wouldn't mind doing that. But then I did remember that a couple years ago, a lot of people who had left BuzzFeed were complaining how, BuzzFeed basically owned their face. And it was hard to take ownership of the ideas that they created during their time at BuzzFeed and also to launch their own careers because their entity was tied to like BuzzFeed and all of those kinds of content farms and stuff. So whatever, I applied for this job. Then they asked me to produce kind of like a miniature version of what I would be doing for them. So I did, and they liked it. And then they said, okay, we're narrowing down the pool and it's just you and one other person. Can you do another video with a different, like with a more emotional air to it? And I did. And initially, the position that I did apply for, they had actually said, we're gonna give you a higher paying opportunity. But I just wanted to make sure you weren't leaving for real. um, they gave me like a higher paying opportunity, but they said you need to quit YouTube. They said because what they talk about is apparently reality TV and stuff. Guys, mind you, the stuff that they made me produce, the videos they made me produce, had nothing to do with reality TV. It had to do with movies, actors, and whatever. But then they asked, are you comfortable on camera? And I was like, yeah, I am. And then I showed them my channel. That's probably where I messed up. And they're like, yeah, no, we definitely want to offer you this job. It's higher paying than the initial one that they gave me, but you need to stop your YouTube channel. Now, why in the hell would I do that? Why would I do that? You would be terribly missed. They got it twisted. I'm saying. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I feel like they only said I have to stop it because they saw that I actually get some sort of traction on my channel. You know, I have you guys, a loyal audience, which I love dearly. And they saw that my reality TV stuff does bring in an audience. So if I'm bringing people to my channel, essentially what they're saying is I would be competition for the type of stuff that they're trying to produce. And I'm here at a crossroads, like, okay, I do need the job, I do need the money, but is it worth quitting something which I love and also pays me money? Like, I was just like, this doesn't make sense to me. So I emailed them back. I'm on my way putting Vaseline on my face, earrings on the dresser blade, in my bra. Oh my gosh. You guys are killing me. Quit that job now. We will write a letter. You guys are hilarious. So basically, I emailed them back and I said, so I would need an explanation as to how my content and your content would be a conflict of interest. Basically, because what you asked me to do and what I do on my own channel don't correlate. So now that you see that I'm, coming up as somebody on YouTube, you want to play off of my audience. Because if y'all don't see me here, the hope would be that y'all would be looking for me elsewhere if I'm available elsewhere. They're basically trying to take y'all over there. And I was like, nah, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna do that. So they were basically like, oh, let me go talk to our creative director and see what they say. That was like 5 days ago. They have not gotten back to me about it because they know it's BS. They know it's absolute BS. And I was like, you know what? The money would have been great and all, but if anybody's going to tell me I need to stop one stream of revenue in order to add another one, it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I was asked to quit YouTube. I really was. And it was very telling because I had seen these videos about people complaining about content farms a long time ago, and I just thought, like, it couldn't be for real. Like, there's no way. But no, it just happened to me. See, but Daisy, I really don't think it would be a conflict because I'm telling you, they asked me to do videos on movie stars. I don't talk about movies on my channel. I talk about dating television shows, reality TV stars. You know what I mean? So I feel like they were just kind of pulling that out of their ass because they saw that I already had an audience that they could profit off of. Yeah, they want my audience, exactly. That's good that you questioned it and didn't accept it. We would follow. They're trying to get free exposure out of you, build off of your current following. And I'm like, I'm just starting out. Like, come on, let me build my audience. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna stifle my voice so quick. I'm basically just starting. And I don't know how long they wanted me to be working for them. But if in that time they wanted me to completely stop YouTube, it would have to be a crazy amount of money. Crazy amount of money. Seriously, if it allows you to be financially stable and secure, best wishes and love to you. Ooh, it's a tough one, Gospel. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for sure. You would miss us? I definitely would, Lakeisha. Are you kidding me? I would definitely miss you guys for sure. There was a holiday. I'm sure you'll get an answer because probably this, but they're a Canadian company. So there wasn't a holiday for us. I just think the fact that I was critical about what they were saying, they didn't expect that. They just thought if we throw money at her, it'll be enough for, I make enough on YouTube to get by, So if they were telling me to stop it, it would have to be a crazy amount. It would have to be a crazy amount of money. It sounds like a conflict. I go through conflicts of interest often in my real estate business. Maybe explain it to me, Ramona, because to me, it really didn't sound like a conflict. It really didn't sound like a conflict. It felt to me like, okay, so let me give you an example of the type of videos they wanted me to do. The first one was Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland's relationship and how it blossomed both on screen and off screen. I've never spoken about, first of all, I've never seen a single Iron Man movie, and I don't need your criticism. I don't need y'all's criticism. I've never seen a single Iron Man movie. I have not seen any of these new Spider-Mans. Okay? I I obviously would not talk about that on my channel. Then the second one was about Hailey Bieber. I've never spoken about Justin or Hailey Bieber on this channel, or the people like them. I spoke about Travis Scott the one time, but like it was more so talking about humanity and not them as people. So I think when they saw that I do reality TV content and I have some kind of pull with that kind of audience, that's when they were like, so we want you to do reality TV show type content, when that's not what they initially asked me to do. Right, how much is the offer? Love that you stood up for yourself. I bet they'll respect that. You did the right thing. I had a similar situation happen to me earlier this year. They even modified the agreement to include stuff I did that wasn't in the original agreement. That's what I'm saying, Paul. My hubby would miss you too, even though he claims he doesn't watch. He knows your voice and asks about how things are going. Me and your hubby are besties. He doesn't know it yet, but we're besties. They would have had to pay me the money I would have lost 1,000%. 1,000%. This makes no sense to me. How would keeping your channel hurt them? I don't know. I have no idea. And that's why I'm thinking I made the mistake in even showing them, because they asked me, are you comfortable on camera? And I felt like the only way I could prove that I was is to show them me on camera, which is on my channel. But that just gave them, it gave them some ammo to kind of slight me on the side. So that's on me. Not my cousin in here. Well, at least a major stake in your brand. This is true. This is true. Also, you hear that I got a better mic, V? I'm ready for this music thing. Just give me time. Give me time. I didn't forget. I still want to make music. You would lose some of your audience. I think I would too. I really think I would too. You and I both, I don't know anyone you just mentioned. They definitely want to own my brand. Yeah. Girl, it sounds like they love your energy. Nina Parker went from TMZ to her own show. You didn't do anything wrong. They were just trying to finesse. Gospel, I've been told my employment at certain companies is a conflict of interest and asked me to deactivate my broker's license. Nope. They weren't offering me enough to give up the livelihood. Why do they do this? Like if we, the people, wouldn't have told them the other things that we do, they wouldn't have known. And it never would have been seen as a conflict of interest. Now, if I was somebody like, okay, actually, no, this example is not even going to work. I was going to say I was Kev on Stage, because I love Kev on Stage. And I was doing, the TV show reviews that they've recently started doing Married at First Sight and Insecure and stuff like that. And then you ask me to do something else on a different platform. They want you to still be that entity. They would never ask Kev on Stage to be like, yeah, stop what you're doing, come over here so that all your people can come over here. They would never do that. So I feel like they definitely prey on small creators. And that ain't right. Hey, that's vibe. Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna link up, because I've been slacking on the music side for sure. This is actually a good thing. It means you were doing something right on your channel. They see you as competition. That is true, Shantae. That is true. Because I looked at their following and I'm like, your following is massive. What is my 12.7K gonna do in terms of competition? Like, I don't know. Content provider is a content provider. If you're providing content for them, they may feel you will take their followers or something else crazy like that. Okay. Okay, okay. I hear you. Honestly, I think you should talk to some people whose opinions and guidance you trust. From the way it sounds, it doesn't seem like you'll be missing the opportunity of a lifetime, but also rent is due. That's true. Yeah. So this was the open offer. You can counter with the revenue loss from YouTube. And I'm waiting for them to respond. I want them to kind of explain. I truly need understanding of how it's a conflict of interest. I mean, Ramona did just shed light on something that I didn't take into consideration. But I want to hear it from them, and I want to hear what they would compensate me if I was to. But I can't let you guys go. I love you guys too much. Oh. Nah, I couldn't. I don't think I could even do it. It would have to be some kind of like, maybe from 7 days a week posting content to like 1 or 2. But to completely stop the channel, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Don't sell your brand. Are they willing to offer you a nice salary along with a stake in their business? There was no stake in their business. That's for... This is something else I got to talk to y'all about, because I'm definitely trying to... somebody is scamming me, y'all. And he is consistent. This man has been trying to scam me for like a few weeks now, and he's so persistent. I'm going to get to that. Ooh, is people trying to play with my money at this point? Where was I? Bald and the Beautiful. You watched that too. I'm sure he has experienced that too. Listen, everything Kevin said, like I'm on Patreon. I have the app. Like, I love them. I love them so much. I mean, I get the point of why they asked. I want you to be successful, and if that means getting the bag, maybe we can do a private group. Start a Discord and do Insta lives. That way you can keep the YouTube fam till the day you're done with that business. Okay. These are good alternatives. Maybe you can create a meme. Aw, thank you, Daisy. I always get flustered when you guys like donate. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to function. Maybe you can create a meme of yourself and not show your face, change your name. We know your voice. We will find you. That's hilarious. The fact that you're not at peace with it means it's not the right move right now. These are valid points. And I'm definitely not at peace with it at all. Like it's a big ask. They're asking me something that like, we're just catching a stride together. There's a community here. I mean, look, there's people greeting each other in the chat. Like, there's a community here. We're definitely onto something good. I can't give it up. I can't give it up. Hey, my broker sister, I feel you. With COVID-19, everything came to a halt. Finding employment and keeping my credentials active was stressful. And could you imagine? Like, it's already tough for people in established careers. I'm just breaking through. I am just breaking through. You can't really risk the momentum, like stopping the momentum that you have when you're this little, because it'll really be hard to get that traction back. I experienced it earlier this year. I'd stopped for a bit, came back, and it was tough. It was tough to get the views back up. It was tough. And then people were saying, I didn't even know you were back, because I'm not consistent. YouTube just is like, oh, we're not pushing this person anymore. Okay. And they put you on the back burner, and you have to like work again. And it's hard too, because YouTube only pays you once a month. And now, because I have a large US audience, they tax me as if I'm a US citizen. So it's kind of tough to like stop. You can't really stop. You have to keep working because you're just going to fall very far behind. Very, very far behind. We are one no matter what you do. We are one. Yep, YouTube is funny like that. You need to be consistent. You 1000% with all social media. With all social media, you need to be consistent. And it sucks for people like us who, for some reason, decided to make this our full-time job. We are absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, you have to work with the algorithm. You have to like work with the machine, like help it push you, or you're going to be stuck, man. You are going to be stuck. The company sees my potential. I hope that's what it is. And I love that. Because that gives me motivation. That makes me think like, okay, Maybe I should kind of become their competition. Let me do what y'all wanted me to do. Because clearly, I like my voice, y'all like my personality, you like my face enough to put my face on your platform. Maybe I should do what y'all want to do. Oh, messy boots. See, the US grimy for that. They love to tax everything. You know the absolute heartbreak when you think you're going to make a certain amount of money and then the IRS goes, psych. Oh my gosh. And there's this whole, no, I'm not going to get into it. Let's just say it's irritating. It's very irritating. But I love my American audience, so it's all good. Hi, Chris. Since it's been 5 days, do you think that they will contact you again? I don't think so. I think they wanted somebody who wasn't up on their game. And because I called them out on their game, they're kind of like, ooh, I don't know. Because before, they were pretty responsive. They were pretty responsive in telling me how much I'd be making, telling me how much content they need for me to crank out. Whenever the guy would say, I'm going to reach out to my creative director, he would come back like the next day. So I'm pretty sure they're kind of like, oh, damn, she kind of knows what we're trying to do. Maybe, who knows? Let me go click the like button. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great. And they need to stop lowballing you. 1000%. Because y'all know I wouldn't be having this conversation with y'all if it was a big amount of money. Okay? Big amount of money. I mean, the affiliate program that I have already pays me more than what they wanted to pay me for consistent video production. Girl, my paycheck every 2 weeks. Must be nice. Must be nice. I'm used to getting paid. Y'all, here it is. You know what? Let's accept. Hello? Oh, they hung up. Okay, moving on. We in the US are sorry for the money that you lost to the IRS. It's okay. It's all right. I mean, y'all are the ones who boost up the views anyway, so I can't be mad. I can't be bad. That's right. Know your worth, right, Queen? Right. Queen would be like, I love y'all, but I'm about to get paid. Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah. We'd be saying our goodbyes. I meant it ain't nice. They tax me every time. Oh, well. You're telling brother-in-law what? This is somebody trying to scam me. It's not. And what you gonna tell him anyways? You don't even know his name. Y'all don't even know his name. Talking about I'm gonna tell the brother-in-law. He don't know y'all. You wouldn't be having this conversation. You would have went Hollywood on us. Can't blame you. It's not that I wouldn't be having this conversation. More so, I came to rationalize my thoughts with you guys. So it's not that I wouldn't have come and like explained what happened. I definitely would have done that for sure. Because like I said, I feel the community here. Whether or not it's just people on YouTube or the people who transfer to Instagram as well. Like I definitely, some have even found me on TikTok. I definitely find community with you guys. So I wouldn't just up and leave. But I was like, I need to talk to my YouTube family just to like get my feelings out, get my thoughts out, to like think, did I make the right decision? Was I hasty and kind of challenging their stance on it? But yeah. But at least we would be happy for your success. And I love that about you guys. You guys are genuine in that way. Well, actually, some people were bullying me the other day talking about, girl, you better keep doing this content or else I'm unsubscribing. I said, damn, you ain't here just for my personality? Ooh, but it's okay. We love all the subscribers, no matter what you came to subscribe for. Next time, answer and have the chat tell you what to say. I answered. He hung up. I answered the phone. Okay, so this is the situation with that. So I applied for another job to be this person's personal assistant, and he told me the money I'd be making and all this stuff, and I was like, cool, 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 cool. He was like, just send me your resume again, and I'll go through it and see if you're a right fit. Okay, cool. Then he was like, I just sent you an offer letter. I got the offer letter, signed it like an idiot, but whatever, I signed it. And then he's gonna say, okay, create an email so that you can start sending stuff. And I'm like, if you are a business, you should own a domain. Why am I creating an email? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. And then he was like, I need you to email these people, tell them, oh, sorry, work has been crazy, blah, 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 whatever. And then he goes, are you close to a Shoppers Drug Mart? I'm like, no, I live outside the city limits, because I wanted to see really how far he was going to push this thing. So I'm like, no, I live outside of the city limits. Guys, I promise you, a 10-minute walk up the street, there's a shopping center. Okay. Actually, there's two. Anyways. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to have my clerk send you a check, but I need to know how much your withdrawal limit is. So can you screenshot? Can you screenshot me your banking thing just to show me like what your withdrawal limit is? And I was like, that's not necessary. If you have a physical check that you want to give to me, or if you have an e-transfer, send it. Send it. You don't need to know how much I can withdraw. That doesn't mean anything. So then he was like, listen. He was trying to make me a drug mule. Listen, man, listen. So then he was like, okay, so what's the amount? And I was like, there's no amount. It's just unlimited. And then he went quiet all day. And then now he's like, hello? Are you there? Mind you, this is after I reported like the person, because they were on like a business site where people go and apply, like Indeed, you know what I mean? So I reported them, and now it's hello, are you there? And so he called me. You guys heard it the first time, and then he called me again, and I was like, you know what? Let me answer. And he hung up. Immediately after, he messages me, are you there? Come on, man. Like, they're getting creative with the scams, but I've been scammed twice this year already. I'm not falling for a third. It's not happening. Question, are you able to take your platform to another social media platform? Honestly, I wish I would. And that's why, like, I always put my Instagram handle and my Twitter handle just to let people know, like, hey, I'm other places as well. I don't know if you guys know Jamie That's Me, but Jamie That's Me and Romance Review TV, they wanted to do like a collab thing, the three of us, but they wanted to do it on Instagram Live. And I was like, child, my audience stays on YouTube. My audience doesn't transfer over, and that's okay. Like, what I do on Instagram is different. That's why I created an Instagram solely for reality TV stuff now. But no, my platform doesn't travel to different social media platforms. He needs to use your bank account email. Say you are consistent with it until the end of 2022, your follower grows to 50K. And I claim it and receive it, K. Marie. I claim that and receive that. You signed it, the contract? I did, child. I did. You create an email. He's a whole business with no templates for the company logo. That's a scam. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you don't have a domain? Nah. Not scamming with a job. They sure did. I don't know what's worse, these people terrible lies or the fact that some people fall for it. And you know what? Like, realistically, I haven't been in traditional work since February of 2019. If it was not for YouTube, I genuinely would have been in a place so destitute that I probably would have fallen for it. Honestly. So I'm here with you like, damn, you fell for it. But then I'm like, sometimes you're just in that dire of a situation where you miss the red flags. Wow, what a crazy scam. People try calling my Grammy with this stuff all the time. They're getting really creative with this stuff. That's weird. My employees have corp credit cards in their names. See? What in the scammerish happening here? LOL. They're working hard, but not very. I'm lost at the end there. Send him a resignation letter. Don't worry, Queen, a Nigerian prince is heading your way. I mean, hey, ew. How did you get scammed twice this year, girl? I got a oh, I'm assuming you're a girl. I'm so sorry. I got a whole video on it. Basically, this one place that was offering me an apartment, and I had to pay the deposit, like to secure the place. And then what they had showed me through video was not what I had seen in person, but they had said because I paid a deposit, I already like that's theirs. That's theirs. I already signed off to that being theirs. Then some people here from YouTube who actually live in Montreal, they said Montreal or Quebec actually, the landlords are not even allowed to ask for a deposit. So it was a legitimate like rental company, but I think they finesse people who are not from here by asking for a deposit. Because the place that I lived in Toronto, it was a deposit. In Edmonton, there's a deposit. Like I'm used to that, but in Quebec, they don't do that. And then the whole mice in my apartment thing, and then the landlord just being like, "Wow, this never happened before. Okay, resolve it." He had no intention of resolving it, and that's why I had to move out in the first place. And then this other person who I'm lumping that in as one scam. The second scam is another person who basically was asking for a deposit as well. The good thing though is that I used PayPal, because PayPal you could make stop payments. And then when I did that, they messaged me back, why'd you make a stop payment? Da 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 whatever. And I'm like, because I sent that to you as tentative in seeing the place. You didn't show me the place, you didn't whatever, I took it back. So now I'm really like, okay, if they ask for a deposit, it might not be a scam, but treat it like it is a scam because they don't do deposits here in Quebec. Listen, I've been in very vulnerable situations this year, so like I completely can understand how people get into these situations. You truly miss the red flags. You just do. You really just do. And also that apartment, the second one where I used the PayPal, let me not say who it was, but somebody close to me found the apartment because I had the first situation. So they were like, let me do this for you. And even they got scammed. So it is what it is. Retell my story. Oh, Gigi. You're gonna have to rewind. I'm so sorry. I was trying to start a payday for you. A payday. Oh, the night. Thank you. Basically, the hour that I'm gonna be here, you covered that for me. So, mwah, blessings. You're right. They do prey on people at their worst. Yeah. Gee, wow. You should report them to BBB, the Better Business Bureau. I mean, even my friend who's a lawyer, she was saying I should go to small claims court, but the problem is that you have to pay to go to court, and I don't have the money to pay to go to court to get money that I might not even get back. So whatever, they can have my deposit. It is what it is. It's cool. Are you sure it's the deposit and not a referral fee to file application background check? There was 2 fees that they asked for. So they asked for $100, which was what you're saying. And then they asked basically the deposit, which was the amount of what the rent was going to be. I say all this in the video. The video will explain more. I think I even had like the email receipts and stuff. But yeah, we're happy to see you in your new place. Thank you. I just came back from Dubai, and the girl they were scamming, they were scamming me all over the place. I feel your pain. I mean, even when I go home to Zimbabwe, they see that I'm a foreigner now, and they're like, how can we get as much out of this person as possible? Even people you know. Even people you know. I almost fell for an Amazon scam. I received a call from so-called Amazon that there was a transaction made for my account that I didn't authorize. Apparently, Amazon doesn't call customers. No, they don't. They don't. Neither does the FBI. Apparently, the FBI has my number and they've been texting me. I'm like, wow, I must be so special that the FBI wants to text me. This is like, I must be like El Chapo or something. This is great. People like, and you know what? I'm kind of on the line of it sucks that people can be so maniacal, but also, why have people become this way? Life is so tough for a lot of people that any money grab for them, by any means, just do it. You know, if there's any way that I can make a quick dollar where I don't have to slave over whatever, they're gonna do it because unfortunately, life is just that hard for some people. So I'm like, yeah, it sucks that the world has become so evil, vindictive, and just preys on people in this way. But then we wouldn't have to be this way if it wasn't so hard to just survive. Like really deep it, guys, we're born not by our choice. We're forced to live in the situation that we were born in. The lucky few break out of, the generational cycle that they're born into. But a lot of us have to work to live. And we live to work. Not by request. I didn't ask to be on this earth. And I'd be demonized if I chose to leave this earth. Don't nobody get scared. I'm not planning suicide, okay? I had those thoughts when I was younger. I am no longer suicidal. I have a video on that as well. But like a lot of us suffer in life. If you don't make it big, if you don't have the right connections, if you don't, slave your way at a job for years and years and years, or just get lucky and get a really good job, sometimes you resort to doing these things that are diabolical. And it's sad. It's very, very sad. And neither does the IRS. Yes, the IRS will not call or text you, babe. Absolutely not. Dun, 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 dun. Can't trust anyone anymore. Everyone is in it for themselves, 1000%. Dang, you didn't throw on a Zimbabwean accent and try to blend in. It doesn't matter. They see it from your skin. So the way that the sun and the environment is, your skin is kind of different. So I'll be walking on the street and there's strangers who are like, hey, Kiwa. And Kiwa means white person. And I'm like, I didn't even open my mouth. And even if I did open my mouth, it would make matters worse. That's for sure. That's for sure. Because I speak the language, I understand the language, but they know. They know I'm a foreigner. They know I'm a foreigner. I feel you, Queen. Life is tough. Life is tough. Life is very tough. I get the seizure calls. They're going to seize my assets. I tell them, go ahead, take the yacht. Take the yacht, take the mansion, take the Lambo, take it all, babes. Take it all. Take it all. Because I don't understand why you would call the person instead of serving them papers. Serve me papers. If you really are the IRS, the FBI, the CRA, all of it, all the acronyms, send it to my house. Serve me papers, or however they do it. I don't freaking know. I've never been served papers before. LOL, I would do the same. It's a hole. Oh, you're saying, okay. You're saying a word in Hawaiian that I will not pronounce, can't pronounce, which means foreigner or white person. Exactly. They just know. As a fellow African, Ethiopian specifically, my mom almost never calls her family because she knows they're going to demand or beg for money from her. It's sad. It's really sad. And it sucks too because when we have family abroad, they don't understand the life here. So they think, okay, so here's an example. The last time I went to the final destination was Zimbabwe, but I was staying in South Africa for a little bit with my cousin. And he was telling me how much he made as an engineer. In SA economy, as an engineer, we were making the same amount of money and I was working at McDonald's at the time. So to them, I'm in a field that's making prestigious, like, that of prestigious status because I'm making the same amount of money as in their economy an engineer is making. In Canada, you work at McDonald's, you need roommates. You can't purchase a home. He has a home. You can't fund a family. He has a family, okay? A wife and 3 children. They own their car. Like it they don't understand the difference in economy. So, of course, it seems like we're rich. We're not. We are not. What? Well, dang, I have no hope for me in Africa then. I thought since I'm black, all I have to do is not speak so they won't hear my voice. They know it from your skin. I don't know how, but they know. Not me coming to the live chat 39 minutes late. It's okay. We're still great to have you. Happy to have you, Layla. All right, they definitely know how to find you. They do. They have your address. They will serve you. They think you are lying, but why would I lie? Poor people still exist in the US. It's truly just a misunderstanding of economy because I'm telling you, okay, so what was I making? Maybe 1,200. I was maybe making 1,200 when I worked at McDonald's. But also like I had roommates. My room costed like $300, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, there were 5 of us. $300. I was at school, so I still had like student aid to help me and stuff. So I was living, but $1,200 cannot sustain like a proper family. Could not buy a home on $1,200. Could not purchase a car on $1,200 unless you're really good at saving and your expenses are abysmal. Could not send children to school. The children go to private school on roughly $1,200. So they just don't understand it, and it's okay. It's okay. You're rich by their standards, not yours. Not even mine. Not North America's. I'm not rich by North America's standards. 1,200 monthly. 1,200. Hold on. Let me do the calculations. Wait a minute. Actually, yeah, because I only worked like 3 or 4 days a week. And minimum wage at the time was 13 something. Yeah. 1,200 a month. It's all good, Lily. Don't worry about being late. Good thing about the lives, you can always rewind. If y'all follow Married at First Sight, did y'all see Bao and Johnny? Bao is petty. Oh my gosh, Bao is so petty. That Johnny Pinata was so uncalled for, but I get it, you know. Yeah. Work through your trauma the way you got to work through your trauma. And I would be traumatized if I was married to Johnny too. $1,200 a month gets you a studio in Dallas, and that'll be a hunt. Listen, when I was apartment hunting, living in Toronto, $1,200 will get you a shoebox. Like, the studio apartment would be this room, and you guys are seeing about 80% of it. Like, literally, there's maybe 3 more feet past the 25 balloons. Like, that's it. That's what $1,200 will get you in Toronto. And mind you, I have a car where I pay insurance, and I need to buy groceries and all these things. So when you do the math, I'm poor. And you try to explain it to them, and they're like, no, never seen that much money at all. You're clearly living it up. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how. It's amazing to see the income differences and perspectives from culture to culture, definitely. And it really sunk into me the older that I got, because when I was younger, I really didn't get why they looked up to us so much. But when I was older and I saw, 1, struggling as an adult in North America, and then 2, the fact that the money I make here would literally be the revenue that somebody in like upper middle class would make, I was like, wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. Is essay fun? I I mean, it can be. So where my cousin lives, since he raised a family, it's a very like family oriented place. It's called East London, and it's by the water, beautiful, very slow paced place. But if you live somewhere like Johannesburg, Durban, stuff like that, it probably would where's my English today? It probably would be a more exciting experience. However, you will get robbed. So, I mean, depends what kind of risks you're trying to take. With Zach holding the piano, child, the ghetto. Anyone watching Portia spinoff? Oof, I don't even know who Portia is. Thank goodness you don't live in London. I've heard. And I love London so much, but it's just not feasible. $300 per month, but 4 other roommates, nah. Well, here's the thing. We had the whole house to ourselves, and it was a 2-story home. The rooms were huge. The room, honestly, that I had was both these rooms together. I know you guys can't see this room at all, but it was massive. And honestly, there were times where my roommates would have to call and check if I'm home because the house was just so big. Sometimes you would miss that you're even home. Also, these are my really close friends. It wasn't like my situation in Toronto where I didn't know these heifers from Adam. I really knew these people, loved them. So yeah, it's not for everybody. I learned a lot. Living with roommates, I learned a lot. But hey, that's what you had to do in university. That's just what you had to do. Oh, okay. I was wondering if SA was actually as bad as people say. Just like anywhere, it depends where you are. So like South Africa is a whole country. That's like saying, is Canada safe? Well, are you in Red Deer or are you in Saskatoon? It kind of depends where you're at. I seen it. I don't know what you saw, Jamie. What'd you see? I mean, you are going to get robbed anywhere, especially if you are a foreigner or tourist. Exactly. London is so rainy. The weather sucks. Yep. What did you learn from living with roommates? Oh, man. I learned that everyone's level of cleanliness is not the same. And that's not to say I was the cleanest person, but I definitely was not the messiest. This was with both my roommate situations. So if somebody is watching this and I lived with you, I might be talking about you. I might not be talking about you. So don't take it personal. But yeah, everyone's level of cleanliness is different. When you live with other people, you don't get to dictate who comes into your space. So my room is my room, yes, but the rest of the house is common area. So if they want to bring whoever, they can bring whoever. In COVID, these heifers was still bringing people. In other situations, like people would be smoking in the rooms and stuff, and I'm like, so y'all not trying to get your deposit back? Really? Okay. Okay. Sometimes when you want to sleep, you can't really sleep because the house is awake. But I also learned that it's tough for me to be alone. So being with people did help. I didn't realize how tough it was for me to be alone until COVID. So having roommates was a help, whether I knew them or not. Just knowing that there were people around was a help. Especially if you guys saw the video where I was talking about me passing out in my kitchen by myself, that was very scary. That was very scary for me. And I'm like, damn, I could have died here. I could have died and no one would know. No one would know. This is why I need a partner. Okay? I need a partner, you guys. I'm so tired of being alone. But yeah, it has its ups, it has its downs. In university, it had way more ups than it did downs. I would be lying to you if I said I didn't enjoy it. I 1000% enjoyed it. I'm still friends with it was a great experience. Okay. Okay, it's a house. Okay, girl, I knew you were balling. Stop it. I was not balling at all. LOL, true, but people just make it seem like it's so bad, like throw the whole country away. No, definitely not. Definitely not throw the whole country away. It's a beautiful country. Repeat question because I'm insistent, LOL. Would you ever consider moving to the States, or is Canada for you? You give me Atlanta, Dallas, New York vibes. Atlanta, I liked it for the festival. I don't think I can live there. I don't think I could live there. Never been to Dallas, but I've been in San Antonio and I loved it. Never been to New York, but I feel like it's Toronto plus. So no, thank you. And yes, I would move to the States because Canada is not for me. I was placed in Canada at 4 years old. I didn't have a choice. So I would love to live in California. If you're giving me the option to not experience snow, I'll take it. And also, it's a place where, people break it in the entertainment industry. I know Georgia is starting to be like that as well, but I want to be in California. I want to be in California. Did you ever say, screw this and go back home with your mom and pops? You're going to get me emotional. Oh, no. Literally, fudge. Literally almost every day last month. I hate you. I hate you. Oh. Literally almost every day this last month because one, I miss my mother. My mom is literally my best friend. I miss her so much. And the fact that I don't have the option of just driving down to see her, flying across to see her, is even worse now because there's COVID and people are actually not allowed to go to Zim. Like if you go, you're not coming back. So that's not feasible for me right now. I hate that you have me crying. Oh, you're wicked. Oh, you're so wicked. Ooh. But yeah, my mom, maybe 2 weeks ago, I mean, we talk more often than that, but 2 weeks ago, she was like, I'm painting your room. What color do you want it? I was like, don't do this to me. And she's like, just come home. And I was like, trust me, if I had the money to still be able to make sure things here were okay and also pay for that flight, child, because you ain't getting a flight cheaper than $1,800, that's for sure. But it's okay. I know you didn't mean to do it on purpose. But if money wasn't an issue, I would be there in a heartbeat. In an absolute heartbeat. I miss my mom so bad. I miss my dad. My niece and nephew literally bully me because I haven't seen them in like 5 years. And now my niece is she speaks English fluently now. Like she didn't do that a year ago. She was only speaking our native tongue. Now she knows English. So she's cussing me out in English too. So yeah, I do have those moments where I'm like, you know what? F it. Let's just go home, reset, maybe like 6 months or whatever. There's Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't be absent from YouTube, but just to be in a place where it's home, it's comfort, there's family, there's freedom, there's just, you don't have to worry about the stresses of being in North America. Like the American dream, I'm sorry, it's not fun. It's not fun. And you know how it's not fun? You even have people like Lizzo on live crying, like I'm crying right now, talking about, this gets to be a lot. Lizzo makes a hell of a lot of money. And we strive to be those people who make that much money. But even they're like, it's a vicious cycle. Because what I don't have now and I feel like I can attain with more money, it just comes with more problems. Like, nah, man. Nah, bro. But yes, I do have that thought very often and a lot more recently, especially because I live by myself. So it's like, ugh, I wish I had somebody. And if I could pick to be with somebody, it definitely would be being with my mom. I've been to San Antonio. My brother lives there and it's nasty hot in the summer. Yeah, I wasn't there in the summer. I was there in the fall. So, ooh, damn. But I loved it. It reminded me of home. That's why I loved it. I went with my parents. And by like the third day, I was already roaming by myself everywhere. I was like, I love this place. This is great. I definitely want to go to Houston though, because my queen lives there. Well, she's from there. Atlanta is too much. I hate big cities. Just driving through it made me want to unalive myself. As someone who lives in a traffic-free area, I can't imagine leaving 3 hours early to get somewhere 30 minutes away. I feel you. Cali is like Quebec, high taxes. Damn. And I know it's really expensive to live there, but hey, I love California. When I was in LA the last time, I was like, I need to live here. And that was before I was even doing YouTube. I was like, I need to live here. Um, Halise on YouTube is from San Antonio. What do you like about it? I don't know who that person is, but I don't know. I loved the culture, the architecture and stuff did remind me of being at home. I loved that it was America, but it didn't feel like that America of like, concrete jungle wedges are made of. It just reminded me of home, but still in North America. That's all. New York is definitely Toronto plus, but you really should visit. New York is amazing. I definitely want to visit for sure. My parents are those strict African parents that won't allow you to move out until you get married. I mean, I wish I had that option, but my parents had always said as soon as I'm done, they're going back home. So it's funny how people, and I know you're not saying this, but it's funny how people would always be like, why'd you even leave home? Why would you da 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 da? I was like, I didn't have a choice. My parents were leaving. There was no stay with my parents until I met, like that wasn't an option for me. So I was like, if I'm going to live on my own, I might as well live in a city that I enjoy. And I enjoyed Toronto. I still enjoy Toronto. I just can't afford to live there. And I enjoy Montreal. And when I'm done with this place, I plan to move to California because I enjoyed California. So yeah, it never was an option for me, but yeah. Earthquakes and wildfires. In Cali over snow. LOL, I feel you. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of natural disasters in there, but hey, I'll take it. Love how much you love your mom. I live 9 hours from my mom, and although we talk several times a week, I miss her. Yeah, it was so much easier when they were in the country and I could just fly, But nah. May God reunite you with your mom and your dad and family. She would be proud of you. She really is. She subscribes and everything. If I have lives that are like 2 hours long, she'll be like, okay, so when you were talking about this, I'm like, you really watched that whole thing? She's like, yes. Yes, I did. So yeah, I love her. She's great. Oh, that's sweet your mom wants her baby home. Yeah. American Dream, 0 out of 10, would not recommend. I agree. I'm emotional gospel, okay? Y'all can tell me not to cry, but it's just gonna happen, child. It's just gonna happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy. Didn't mean to make you tear up. I'm so happy you have a great relationship with your mom. I wish I had a great relationship with my mom, but she's evil. AF. And I can only take her in small doses. I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that. Realistically though, like we haven't always been as close as we are. I can't say it was ever a bad relationship though, so I'm sorry that you did experience that. Sometimes, and I'm not saying this is what you should do with your mom, but sometimes we forget that our parents are still learning and they have lives of their own. They have their own traumas. They have their own like problems and they project a lot. And it's unfortunate that as children, we tend to be at the brunt end of that. And by no means am I saying like, you should be better to your mom. No, 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 no. I hope you don't think that. I'm just saying we often forget that they're trying to figure it out too. And sometimes they're truly doing their best. And it sucks because their best might be horrid. It might be absolutely horrible, but it's the best they can do with what they got. But yeah, with my mom, we've recently gotten so much closer because we had different like ideologies about each other. So I thought, my mom is this strict Seventh-day Adventist woman, an African immigrant, definitely in the older demographic. She's not going to understand me, And then my mom was like, these new age kids, they don't want to talk to us anymore, whatever. And then as we kept talking, and definitely absence made the heart grow fonder for sure. Me going away for school, me moving across the country, them going back home, like our want to be around each other made us connect more. And so maybe 3 months ago, she was like, I need more vulnerability from you. And I was like, whew, from me? Y'all don't want vulnerability from us. There's three of us. That's why I say us, three kids. Because you might not like the people that we are. Your parents have a perception of you, and who you really are might not be their favorite person. So I'm like, ugh, I don't know if you really want to know me. And she was like, with the way that life is, COVID, oh my gosh, my mom has lost so many family members this year. She had so many siblings, there's only two left. So really it's sinking into her the importance of family, the importance of honesty, the importance of, being there for one another. And she's like, I need more vulnerability from you. So I was like, okay, vice versa, I need it from you. And also we're agreeing with each other that in our vulnerability, we're not going to judge. So whatever you've been through, that's cool. Whatever I've been through, that's cool. Regardless of it all, we love each other, right? So she told me this story that I kid you not, you guys, not in a million years would I ever have thought that was my mom's story. Of course, there's more to her life, but this specific thing that she told me, I was gobsmacked. And it allowed me to tell her something that was similar in my life, but not to the extent of hers. And she was like, I wish you would have told me when it was happening to you, because you have no idea how much we're living the same life. We were living the same life and both keeping our trauma a secret in fear of each other. So yeah, we've definitely gotten like stronger because of the absence, and then because of her being like, you know what, this whole African parents are strict, religious parents don't understand, throw it out the window. I'm your mother. I love you. Whatever perceptions people have of how our relationship should not matter, because it's me and you. So yeah. Drop the wisdom, Queenie. Parents are imperfect humans. Adult kids kind of have to relearn who parents are sometimes. 1000%. Oh my goodness, that is sad. Only having two siblings left out of a bunch. Yeah, it's so sad. They're settling the estate of her mom, and I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, my mom had a mom. Like, you know this, but you don't really take it in. I'm like, my mom had a mother. My mom had a father. My mom has siblings. My mom has generational trauma that she's working through, her personal trauma that she's working through, dealing with us, all of these things. But as a child, sometimes we think like, why can't my mom, why can't my dad, why can't my guardian be there for me in this kind of way? They're trying to figure it out for themselves. They're trying to work it out for themselves. Wow, that's a great convo to have with your mom. Yeah, definitely. And it took some time, it took some years, and it took some relinquishing of pride on both sides. So live, laugh, love. I hope one day you're able to have a better connection with your mom. But even if you don't, just understand, like, I believe parents have an innate love for their children. Now, how they express it varies from person to person, but at the end of the day, at least you can take her in small doses. Some people can't take their parents at all, so at least you can do that for you. My mom lives in New York and I live in NC. Where's NC? North Carolina? Is it North Carolina? I think so. I grew up in Trinidad and moved to Maryland. Is that Maryland? Guys, my geography is getting good. Okay. At age 13, lived in the DMV areas most of my life, and now I love the distance between my mom and I. I have visited her in New York numerous times, and New York is straight trash to me because North Carolina is nice, but you don't want to live in racist country. Yeah, I hear that. It's three of us too, and I'm the only girl, but my family is so awkward. My parents are a trip, but we love them. And you know what? Even like, I'm talking about my mom a lot. My dad, God bless him, he's trying his best. You know, the only way that he really connects with us is like sending us Bible verses, and he kind of speaks like a politician to us. It's kind of hard to connect with him, but he's trying, you know? And when you understand that they're trying their best and you kind of meet them where they are, it's a better relationship. Because I know me and my brothers, we used to be like, yo, what is with this guy? But now that we understand this is just him and this is his way, our relationship has gotten so much better. So yeah, he's a little awkward, but it is what it is. MD is Maryland. Period. Look at me, guys. I'm basically American at this point. We're so much closer now, and I'm so grateful to finally have the relationship with her that I really wanted when I was younger. Our relationship was rough when I was growing up. Sometimes it's like that with mothers and daughters. I don't know why, but it'd be like that. A girl I gave up with getting a better connection with my mom. I just laugh with her when I can, and they get mysteriously disconnected when she's too much. Hey, and that's okay. What works for you works for you. You are on a DMV, a Washington D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Listen, and there's a city in there, Baltimore. Come on, I'm killing a game. I'm killing a game. My dad is funny. Oh my gosh, my dad is too much. If you guys are on my Instagram, you know my dad. Like, I can't with him. He tries so hard. Poor thing. Love him to death. I'm glad you cherish your mom. Mine passed away a few years ago to ovarian cancer, and it comes in waves, just not as frequent. Oh, um, yeah, that's oof. I'm trying not to say anything triggering because, of course, that is a sore subject for you. Yeah, one of my biggest fears is losing her without, and that's why I think that's why I cherish her so much because I know a time is coming. And I don't want the time to come without me being like, damn, I wish we, you know? So yeah, my condolences to you. It definitely does come in waves for sure. And you never truly get over it. And that's your prerogative. I hate when people are like, that happened so long ago. Okay, that was my person. They meant a lot to me. And I'm going to deal with it how I want to deal with it. So yeah, my condolences to you for sure. You caught the live this time. I'm glad you caught it, Tiffany. I actually did consider making to Washington. Then I looked at their rent cost. Dang, is the rent there crazy? Not much different than Cali. Whew, painful. Painful. I hated my mom growing up. Now at 21, we banter like friends. Our relationship really improved. I love that. Listen, if there's an opportunity to mend fences with family, especially your immediate family, try your best to do it. You never know what they're going through. They never know what you're going through sometimes. And it could have just been we're bumping heads because we didn't understand each other. But now that we're adults and now that it's not this like parent-child relationship and it's more so like how are we moving as friends, you learn a lot. You do learn a lot. And sometimes you learn that the perspective you had about them is the same, and that's okay. And sometimes you learn, damn, I had you pegged totally wrong. Like even now, I never thought my parents were strict or anything. Like my parent, honestly, when it comes to African parents, they were pretty lenient. I can't even lie to you. But now my mom is like, you're literally my best friend. And I'm like, same. She's my mom, but like she's my bestie. She is. Is your hubby willing to move or is he not permanent? I hope you're talking about somebody else. What husband? Ooh, not I. Yeah, you really miss them different at different times in your life when they're gone. Yeah. I hate when people say time heals all wounds. It doesn't. You really have to put in hard work to cope with grief and death in life. 1000%. Exactly. Time is just time. Time is going to happen with or without you. Grief takes work. It really takes work. Yeah, my mom told me she's still learning me and she has to remind herself at times that I'm an adult and that we change and grow over time. And I'm truly convinced, like, I know my mom is still wanting vulnerability from me, but I'm like, listen, I know there's parts of me that you're going to be like, oh, you lame. So I'm working towards it. Mommy, if you're watching this, we'll get around to it. But yeah. Listen, I don't know what hubby you talking about. Girl, we both said what husband at the same time. Like, what husband? He's not husband material. Come on, Chili. Come on. You're putting me in a tough spot here. Ooh. You know why I don't want to say something? Because This is going to be on the internet. This is traceable. I mean, I could delete it, but I'm not going to. So if I say something now, it can be held against me later. But whatever. I know y'all always want to talk about him at some point, so let's talk about him. I'm not blushing. Is he husband material? I would say so. The way he's treated me so far, like, there's things we can work on. Definitely, there's things we can work on. We're learning each other, so like it's tough. Right now, we're kind of like in a rough patch, but I'm not ready to let him go. But yeah, the way like when I'm at his place, I literally feel like I am at home. You guys already know that I stayed. Okay, so y'all already know that I be staying the night and stuff. He be cooking for me. He be checking in on me. Are you okay? Like when I be wanting to go home, he be like, why? Like it's really nice. So husband material, okay, whatever. He's on his money game. Like he's about his money. He don't play about his money. It's about money growth at this point in his life, which is great because we're scratching 30. You know, we need to be living our best lives in our 30s. But would he relocate? Yeah, he loves Cali too. He loves California too. So so he doesn't want me to leave, but if we were together and I decided California is the best move for us, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, let's go. If it made sense. Cheeks are rosy. We're nosy. We want to know. No one is perfect. Yeah, no one is perfect. We're still learning each other. It's okay. Open up to your mom. My kiddo really shocks me on the regular, but I still love her unconditionally. Maybe I will. But I feel like if she watches my YouTube, she basically knows me at this point because I'm almost 100% authentic with you guys. I'm showing you guys like maybe 85% of my life. So I'm pretty sure she knows more. At his place again, listen, gospel, okay. I just gravitate over there. I don't know why. I just like, he can't come over here. I don't even have a couch, you guys. I don't even have a couch. So what were we supposed to do? Anyways, I hope it works out too, Lakeisha, because to have to start from scratch, guys, that's ghetto. Scratch? Start from scratch again? That's ghetto. That's ghetto. I'm not a fan. Don't give him the poom poom and he will marry you. Don't fall for the messages. You guys are killing me. He sounds like a dream. I mean, oh, you guys are really sinking my ship here. No sleepovers. We didn't approve of this. Well, you're a little late on that. Yeah, you're a little late on the whole sleepovers thing. I'm so sorry. He be gone so long, you guys. Like, the only time I get to see him a lot is if I go over there. Sorry. You have to keep something for yourself. You don't need to know we don't need to know every single thing unless you want to tell us. True. Starting over is the pits. I'm saying I'm not starting over. Hell no. I love that for you. Look back at this video and how you smiled just talking. Oh, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh, how embarrassing. I hate this. He cooks. That's a good thing about the bag. Sounds like a keeper. Where did you guys meet? Facebook dating. Imagine that. I actually like Facebook dating. I'm not a fan of Hinge, and now Hinge has the voice thing, and people are really weird. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Hinge. I don't like Bumble because I'm not hitting you up first. I'm sorry. No, I'm traditional in that sense. Like, guy pursue girl. This new age of like women sliding in DMs and stuff, I've done it, yes, but it's not for me. And that's what he did. He slid first. He said, what's good? And I was like, what's good? And now we're like, what's good? So I don't know why I thought you guys had a long distance relationship. That was the last guy. I'm glad you can go to his place and stuff. I really hope it works out for you. I do too. Oh, I need a man. Oh, live, laugh, live, laugh, love. No, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. We want companionship, okay? You don't need it. Because when you need it, it means you can't live without it. But I see you. You living. So do you need it? Do you need it? Not necessarily. How old is he? He's turning 30 on Saturday. Sorry, let me check the calendar. Saturday. Mm-hmm. My mom is not interested in knowing who the real me is. She's more worried about the family name. What family? I always say Strips, but maybe I say it wrong. Family name is a big thing, child. And I think this is why I'm more connected with my mom than I am my dad, because if my dad knew the real me, you don't need it, Ramona. You don't need it. You don't need it. She's more the get over your past type. We talk on the phone sometimes, and that works perfectly. Couldn't handle any more than that. And that's all right. Yes, big ups to my Caribbean friends. I said it right. Massages, all that rubbing will get you worked up, and next thing you know, you're getting a tune up. Who mentioned massages? I never said massages. Cuddles, maybe, but massages, no. Not massages. Yeah, I still need it. Or I guess I need a puppy. But I feel like I'm going to give back the puppy in a week. Oh. Damn. Yeah, don't get the puppy then. If you're gonna give it back that quick. Don't get the puppy. Listen, guys, we don't need to be in romantic relationships. It's nice. Partnership is nice. And listen, if we decide, him and I, this ain't working, it'll be sad, but it's okay. Is it okay? Yes. It's okay. 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 Because I'm gonna be okay. I've been alone for 24 years and some change, and I was doing just fine. And I mean alone. Didn't date. He was the first guy I ever went on a date with. A date. Like, we're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. I need anybody, man or woman. It be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes, man. You like, can I just have a warm body beside me? Damn. Just something. Turn up the heat, take hot showers. You'll be fine. You will be just fine. Just call us. Yeah, you know I will. I already tell you guys basically everything. When it comes to guys, you guys basically know you guys know enough. You guys know enough. So yeah, if we were to break up, I definitely would tell y'all about it for sure. And recently, see, here I am putting my business on the internet. Recently, I learned my best friend's husband is his friend. Crazy. Crazy. They're new friends, but still, they're friends. So my best friend is like, girl, you can't break up with him now. I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on breaking up with him, but we need to fix some, chinks in the armor. Is that saying okay to say? Chinks in the armor? We're going to go with kinks for now. kinks in the armor. Because I don't know. Don't cancel me. I heard weighted blanket is nice. There you go. Weighted blanket, hot showers, turn up the thermostat. Okay. You'll feel warm. I never been on a first date. Just thinking about it makes me nervous, child. I'm surprised he wanted to see me again because I literally was like, I felt like I was breaking out in hives. And he was like, yeah, no, it was great. Like, I had a great time with you. And I'm like, what? How? How? What is the name of my native tongue? Ndebele. And it comes from Zulu. So a lot of people know Zulu. So it's a derivative of Zulu. Ndebele. And yeah, it's one of the language with the clicks. Small world. I know. How depressing. I'm like, well, now, if they get better friends, if they get to be better friends and things go awry with me and him, you can't invite us to the same functions. When I cut it off with people, I like to not have to see you again. So, yeah. But bestie is like, girl, this is what we got to do. She's looking at her husband like, okay, what you need to do is get the tea. I'm like, girl, no. I've been reading into those coincidences like, is it fate? But you better than me. You don't think I did that? You don't think I went through my head thinking, and I know my best friend watches my channel. Ugh, she's going to watch this. Whatever. You don't think in my head I was like, you invited me over for Christmas. And if he's off on Christmas, we could all be over there for Christmas. And it'll be like a couple's Christmas. Like, I be thinking these things. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm that girl. I've already imagined our wedding. I've already imagined our children. I've already imagined our house in California. Like, I've done it all. Will I ever share this information with him? Not unless he watches this live, because I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. And tutus come to find out, yo, I wasn't really feeling you like that. Heartbreak. Girl, my inbox is full of men's. Let me get back to work and make an online profile. Do it. Also need someone to fight off the vaccine zombies in 5 years. Oof, well, yeah. I told you to relax. Just be yourself, and it worked. Whatever. No, it did work. It did. But I think also it worked because we're similar people. He was getting the same vibe that I was getting from him. So like, I'm assuming it was awkward for both of us. So that's why I didn't seem awkward, because he was already feeling awkward. So yeah. You are wonderful. Of course he wants to see you again. No, Elaine, don't say it. I was gonna say, well, maybe we'll come up with a couples channel. You see, I can't get too giddy about him, because you see, slow down, take it easy, one step at a time. I'm telling you, when I get in my like, where could this go? My mind is like, well, sis, let me tell you where it could go. Because I already know he wants 3 kids. I want 5. We settled at 4. Like, disgusting. Disgusting. And we're the same sign. We're literally the same person. How do you feel about showing your future husband and children on YouTube or even social media? I have married friends and just never and they never show their husbands or kids. They just hint at it. I think it's tough because there's these social media vigilantes that feel like they know everything about love, relationships, and child rearing. So if you post your children, you know you're not supposed to feed him with the bottle tilted up at a 90 degree. It's supposed to, like, you know, everybody has a say in everything. So I would share, but I think I would just share stills. I don't think I would ever put my children on YouTube, because I don't want to open myself up to that kind of criticism. It just comes with the platform. And I'm the type of person to be hurt. I get hurt when some subscribers be like, I didn't like that. She said, uh whatever. They'll come up with the craziest things, and I actually be in my feelings about it. So to make my children susceptible to that, to make my husband susceptible to that, no. Would I would be more inclined to put my husband though, because he was a grown person and he can kind of do whatever he wants to do. But like, um, yeah, nah. I'd want to, and I think I would, but it would be a very filtered version of the life that I'm living. Yeah, definitely. What does he do for work? You guys, I'm gonna be here in like 3 weeks crying to you guys talking about how it didn't work out. Anyways, he's a heavy machine operator. Dun, 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 dun. I already planned y'all wedding, so you're not alone. I'm dead. Dang, y'all planning babies? It's serious. We're not planning babies. We just spoke about it. That's it. You're not going to make everyone happy. 1,000%. 1,000%. And one thing I don't mess about is family. So if anybody wants to come and criticize my family, I'm not even gonna give you the chance at all. I like the actor Deval Ellis. He has a YouTube channel, and I love his family until you should check him out. Oh, no, I know them. Kadeen and Deval. I know them. I follow them. If I got married, I'm going to show off my partner because look at my boo. And for me, kids are still out of the question for at least the first 3 years. I hear you. And that's my thing, too. Like, I want to be like, look at my boo, but then I'm also like, I don't need somebody coming to my DMs talking about, hey, girl, I'm coming to you as a woman. Don't come to me as a woman. I don't care. I don't care. And like, okay, here's an example. Oh, should I give this? Whatever, I'm going to give it anyways. Y'all know. He listens to some artists that I personally have canceled. And I'm like, see, we can't put you on the internet because you're listening to this person. No, we're not supposed to do that. But that's his life. He could do whatever he wants to do. Like, that's your business. But like, no. But see, if I was to post that, then it'd be like, he's canceled. How you gonna cancel him? You can't cancel him. You cancel him. You cancel me. You know, it don't work like that. Girl, I hate the DMs. They be ghetto. They be ghetto. There's nothing wrong with speaking things you want to life. Yeah. Good night, Queenie and Queenie Hive fam. Oh, Queen Hive. Ooh, I love that. I gotta call the parents. I love that for you. I hope you have a good conversation. If he breaks your heart, then we'll break his knees. You see why I can't tell you guys even his name? Because y'all are gonna do some investigative work and no. Hey, this is the Kodak Black, the treachery. No, not Kodak Black. Y'all are better than me. I'm too private about the stuff, but I give my opinion on everything. And I know that I would be opening myself up to that. I can't get mad about what people say about me on the internet because I put my life on the internet. So I would just have to be like, yo, know what you're getting into. Know that people are going to say some outlandish things. Know that all of a sudden you're going to have people like just coming for you for no reason. Like I had somebody in my DMs talking about you be spewing hate and how dare you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm like, I'm not even the most controversial commenter on here. And I'm spewing hate. Like, you really open yourself up to a host of different kind of people. So, yeah. Where are we at? Almost an hour and a half. We could push it to 2. We'll get off the live at 10 o'clock my time. Girl, you had me rolling with the I'm coming to you as a woman. I hate that speech. Why are you coming to me as a woman? He might be a better man to me than he was to you. I might be a better woman to him than I was to the last person. Like, I hate that whole I'm coming to you as a woman. He used to do this to me. Unless he's actively an abuser of any sort, unless he's a criminal, don't come to me as a woman. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Good night, Lakeisha. Yeah, no, I can't stand it. I wore a cute top on Snapchat with only girlfriends, and one slid into my DMs saying that I shouldn't be wearing stuff like that, and show it on social media. I was like, all who follow me are women. You see what I mean? Bye for real, Lakeisha. You see what I mean? Like, people. Exactly. How are you gonna tell me what I should and shouldn't post on social media as if you can't just unfollow me? That's the thing that I don't understand about social media. We like to be angry at people as if you don't have the choice to remove that person from your sphere. You don't have to look at my account. You don't have to be subscribed to my channel. You can say, I don't like this girl. Unsubscribe. I don't like this girl. Unfollow. Block. Delete. Report, even if you want to. You know what I mean? And I have people who constantly come to, it's worse when it's Love Island time, because you know that's when the most people flock to my channel. But during Love Island time, like, every day there's the same people coming with the negativity to me. And I'm like, it's one thing if you had a problem with the show, because there's nothing that we could do about that. But you have a problem with me as if you're here by force. Unsubscribe. Stop searching my name. Don't click the video. I don't get it. People are crazy. I really don't understand. Like, there is a time, I love Lil Nas X, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When that music video came out with him and Hell and stuff, I had to block him because I was like, I don't even play with the devil like that. I don't care if it's a joke. I don't play with the devil like that. And I was like, block. I had to block Cardi B and Megan at some point because the hypersexuality was just too much for me at one point. And instead of being upset and being in their comments talking about, you shouldn't be posting, why am I even seeing it? Why am I even seeing it? Me seeing it is a choice. And another thing, because I'm on the topic. When people say, wow, what kind of role model are you going to be to the children? Why are you not parenting your child and keeping your child away from this content that is explicit? It's not up to these people to raise your children. It's not. And I hate it when like Cardi B would be like, everybody's talking about I'm a bad role model to kids. I'm not their parent. And she's not. She's responsible for her 2 kids and maybe Offset's other children. Who knows? But you are in charge of what you allow into your household. You are in charge of the content that you consume. If you're not a fan of Elaine, remove her from your life. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Thanks, girl. You really lifted my mood. They put me in a timeout in a different live stream. Oh no, for telling the truth and shaming the oh no. What did you do? What did you do? Now I need to know what you said. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh shoot, maybe you shouldn't tell me what you said, because what if I put you on timeout? Who knows? Right? I'm curious now. But yeah, guys, give me content ideas. I don't know what to post. Tomorrow I'm gonna post a video about Ready to Love. I might do 2 videos of Ready to Love this week. A recap on what happened, and then like a preview breakdown situation. But I need more content, and again, not a show that has been airing for a long time. It needs to be new, like 12 Dates of Christmas or something. I love that show. It so weirdly messy, and it doesn't even have to be a messy show, but it is. And I like it, and I love Christmas. But yeah, stuff like that, you know, 90 Day the Single Life or something. Just these new shows. Only the deadbeat moms say that since they let social media and the internet raise their children for them. Yeah, man, you can't be mad at the stuff they consume when you're not gatekeeping the stuff that they consume. So I left the girl on red because you're not gonna tell me what to wear, period. And that's what she deserved. And she knew she was out of pocket for saying that. And she probably wanted a response from you, so you did the right thing. You did the right thing. I realized too, for a lot of the times, like people just want to get a rise out of you. And I've made the mistake in, making a comment of how I thought and just not keeping it to myself. It's different on YouTube because this is what I do. I mean, I'm not going out to the people that I do these reviews about and I'm in their comments or I'm in their DMs. But one time I did comment on someone's thing and I was like, Elaine, you could have kept that thought to yourself. You really could have kept that thought to yourself. And I don't do that anymore. I did it once, and once was a lesson learned, and I kept it pushing. You don't always have to be in what's going on, If you don't like it, block it, mute it, unfollow it, unsubscribe. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Y'all not giving me any suggestions? Y'all not watching nothing? Or do you want me to do like hot topic stuff? But hot topics be exhausting because then you got to keep up doing the hot topics. And I don't really care for the people like that. I care for reality TV because I watch reality TV, but I really don't keep up with like hot topics. I'm going to post my birthday vlog and my Atlanta vlog, but it's only going to be on membership. I'm so sorry. The people in the videos asked me to make it exclusive, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I told you already, I'm on the way to break his kneecaps. Girl, they were talking about all these men killing their moms on Thanksgiving. And I said they were degenerate bums. And other people on the chat were like, the murderers need more love. Girl, it was crazy. Okay, valid. Your comments were valid. All right. Wow. Okay. React to the crazy news stories. People either die or crazy stuff happen daily. I know. That's why I'm thinking, like, I think maybe I should just do hot topic stuff, but just hot topics can get exhausting after a while. Because then you have to follow the story if you already talked about it. We'll see. I'm a pro at using the block or report button. It's there for a reason. It sure is. I'm watching the audiology class lecture, and on here, girl, I should probably pay more attention with the finals coming. Yeah, you probably should. How do you become a member? I think if you go to the channel, it should ask you to become a member beside where it normally would say subscribe, because you're probably already subscribed. I watch you for shows. TV is trash. Everything I use to like, they canceled. I know. A lot of things I used to love too, they canceled prematurely. And I'm like, what the heck? I loved that show. React to the dude who said snot box popped. Who's that? I hate to break it to you, I don't know who that man is. I do not know who that man is. I can tell some of the hot topic YouTubers seem really drained the longer they do it. That's what I'm saying. It gets to be a lot. Because now I actually have to be involved in these people's lives, and sometimes I genuinely don't care. I just learned the other day what Coi Leray looked like. I didn't even know her face. NBA YoungBoy, don't know his face. He could pass me in the street and I'd be confused. I wouldn't even know. So like all these people that people are talking about, I'm like, who's this? If it's not a viral TikTok, and if they're not on a TV show, it's highly unlikely that I'd know that. Highly unlikely. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, First Bachelor. Damn. I commend you. I always said I was going to go back to do my master's. No. I've resolved to not doing it. I don't have the willpower to go back to school. So, congrats to you. That's good. seems like the conversation is dying down, so maybe I will call it a night. It's been a great hour and 40 minutes. That's a good chat, right? We're satisfied. Because I know some of you guys like to complain saying that I'm running you guys off. I'm not running y'all off. I'm checking to see, are we good? Are we good? Let me know if we're good. And yes, good luck on your exams, Lily. Pay attention to your audiology lecture, please. We need you to pass. No, we need you to ace. I just learned A$AP Rocky and Kylie Baby Daddy are two different people. I just learned Rihanna used to date them both. I said, what? When? When did she have the time? Anime is really popular on YouTube if you have the patience for it. I like K-dramas more than anime, but I'm not trying to crack the K-pop, K-drama scene because I'm not really like a diehard like that, and I don't want to offend the people them, so yeah. Oh, she got a man now and don't want to talk to us. No. See what I'm saying? Fine, we'll go to 10 o'clock. See, some of y'all are saying we good, some of y'all saying we not good. Give me a topic then, Chindy. And live, laugh, love, since y'all coming for me. She was right about that. Be a role model to your own children. I love that you come here, Lily. I appreciate that. Oh, you should get... You know how much I hate ASMR? Take your hands off the damn mic. I hate it. I hate it so much. The only ASMR I can listen to is maybe like crackling white noise, but people who are like, that's disgusting. Stop. Every time I see an ASMR account pop up on my TikTok, I block it because the algorithm is playing with me. Counseling sessions. Yeah, somebody in the last live that I had requested this group therapy idea. I still have to fine tune it. I want to give you guys something, if it's going to be more serious, I want it to be well thought out. So yeah, that's definitely on the list for sure. Just make me a bridesmaid and we even. How about y'all get him to propose to me? Actually, how about y'all get him to make me his girlfriend first? Let's start there. Talk about bridesmaid. I need to be a girlfriend. I'm still an undergrad. I'm gonna be a senior next quarter, and I'm not looking forward to graduating. Kind of sad that I didn't like being in college, not only because of COVID, I couldn't make any friends. Listen, I was in university without COVID, and it still was a drag sometimes, so it'd be like that. Girl, what about Ready to Love when the guy said he'll pay a bill or two? What does this man do for work? What does he do for work? And I'm not saying he must pay all the bills. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you sounded real broke. Talking about I'm trying to start a family. With what money? If you can only pay a bill or two, you definitely can't afford to send the children to school. What? What are you talking about? Bye, Lily. Like, what are you talking about? People are licking the mics. It's too much natural hair. It's too much. I'm saying he must pay all the bills. It would be nice. But just know, if you're a woman, this might be a controversial stance. But if you are a woman who believes that a man should pay all the bills, I think, this is Elaine. Elaine thinks that you should fall into a little bit more of the traditional gender roles. You can disagree if you want to, but I would feel a way if hubby was paying all the bills, and I'm talking about, okay, equality though. accept the bills, but equality though, like I would feel this is you Lane. You Lane would feel away. So I would make sure, but I already want to be a traditional housewife. Are you kidding me? I will if I have no problem cooking food. I hate grocery shopping and I hate washing the dishes. I will cook all the food, all the pies, bake all the cakes, all the everything that you want, baby. I will raise these children. I want to homeschool my children. Like I'm ready for that. So if you want to pay all the bills and you have a housewife, I'm your girl. But sometimes people are like, yeah, he needs to pay all the bills, but like also we need to split the chores down the middle and he needs to also be at home 50% of the time to raise the kids. How is he gonna do all that? Unless you guys make passive income, then that's a different story. Yeah. Glad I'm sticking around. I'm glad I'm sticking around too. Girl, I was just about to say he didn't say he wanted to start a family. He creates things. Can you imagine? Tommy ain't got no job. He's a homosexual, I guess. I don't like cooking or cleaning, lol. I'll choose what we eat for dinner when the maid comes. I think it's fair if the man is the breadwinner that the woman is a traditional housewife. I agree with you. Yeah, and some people don't agree, and that's okay. I just want to make that clear. That's okay if you don't agree. For me and my household, um, yeah, I would definitely fall into more traditional. But I want to do that though. That's the difference. I wouldn't feel away because it's not imposed on me. I already want to do those things. I can see how frustrating it would be, um, not wanting to be a housewife or even just not having the capabilities because some people are just not nurturers even though we're women and stereotypically women are known to be the nurturer. Some It's just not in all of us, and that's okay. um yeah, yeah. Interesting. Oh, 15 minutes already. We only got 15 more minutes. Damn. What y'all got for me before I go? I am too attention seeking to be a nurturer. That's hilarious. I don't mind raising the kids, but I definitely need a chef and a cleaner. That would be the life. Being a Zimbabwean, and he's also Zimbabwean, we need a house girl. I'm sorry, that's just cultural, okay? Bring the girl here. She gonna clean the house. She gonna cook. Mm. I'm just getting in touch with my roots at that point. That's it. That's it. The people who want the man to pay all the bills and help with or do the housewife duties are selfish morons and are very unrealistic. Strong words, but I share the sentiment of it. If he is rich, we could have a chef and a housekeeper. If he's just a regular guy, I guess I can cook. Yeah. Yeah. I was not reading, I was listening to a podcast today. I don't know if you guys know the Roommates podcast. I don't always agree with what they say, but I kind of like listening to people who challenge my thinking. And they were saying, if you're going to play the dating game at a higher level, then you have to accept the rules of dating. So, like for me, it would be weird for me to be like, I need a multimillionaire guy when I'm not doing, multimillionaire things myself, I mean, you could still be a multimillionaire and try to catch me, boo. That would be fine with me. But like yeah, I feel like I would need to be in a higher status, higher caliber to really like bring that person in. And like a lot of people want this prestigious kind of person, but don't want to play by the rules of getting that person or being with that person. I'm so sorry, but the unwritten rule when somebody is the sole provider of your household, you got to pick up the slack. Whether that's the woman who's the breadwinner, whether that's the man who's the breadwinner, you got to pick up the slack. Because one thing in our household growing up, my mom hated that she'd be at work all day. My dad would be at work all day. And we who are capable of cooking did not cook. Hold on. What up, girl? Don't say anything incriminating. We're on live. Don't say anything incriminating. Don't say anything incriminating.
Wait, what?
I said, don't say anything incriminating. I'm on live.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, we're done at 10.
Oh, do you want me to call back in 10 minutes?
Okay. Okay, bye.
What should I say? Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, bye. Listen, y'all not gonna cancel my friend. That's for sure. Or me. Who knows? I never said I wanted him to do the housewife duties. That's what a maid is for. Valid. I don't think I processed it that that's what you said either. So I'm with you. It's okay to play your part in a relationship without feeling the pressure of the modern day BS. Either you are a career woman or a housewife. They should pick one and not live in a confused state. And I never understood that either. Like, you want a traditional man, but to be a modern woman. And if you find a guy who's okay with that in a heterosexual relationship, a heterosexual cis relation, you see, even in 2021, we have to make things clear. And a heterosexual cis relationship, if you can find a man who's okay with that, girl, you done got the jackpot. But most likely, if you plan on being a modern woman, your man is going to be modern too. If you plan on finding a traditional man, you're most likely going to have to conform to being somewhat traditional. So yeah. It's interesting though. It like this whole dating thing, this whole life, building life, finding careers and all this stuff. Like at the end of the day, you have to do what's good for you. And I feel like what you're saying, let me read it again. It's okay to play your part in a relationship without feeling the pressure of the modern day BS. I feel like in a lot of times we want to impress people who literally have no say in your life at all. You don't want to do this job because you're afraid of what people think about you. Okay, are they going to pay your bills? How are your bills going to get paid? Do the job. You don't want to date this person because he's not on the status that you want. Okay, but the person you're looking for at your status, are they able to fulfill you wholly and completely? Because if they're not, I'm sorry, settle for somebody. Okay, settle is not the good word, but like go for the person who fulfills the things that you need. And you, him, them, whoever. Stop looking at, okay, well, everybody is doing this and everybody's doing that. Like, okay. Perfect example. I said I love Kevin Stage and stuff. If I was trying to live up to the Kevin Stage lifestyle, y'all would be seeing my ass on the street. Because that is not a lifestyle you ain't can afford. And at the end of the day, do they know who I am? No. And even if they did, anything that they do in their life literally has no impact on what I do in mine. So listen, stop with trying to keep up with the modern. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing it. If it's not compatible with your life, let it go. Let it go. But you can't be a career woman and a housewife. However, you can be a successful woman from yourself and a housewife. Well, I mean, with modern day though, I feel like I could be a housewife and a YouTuber. Like one of my favorite YouTube families is the Grimwade family, and they homeschool their children, all the children. She's pregnant with the 7th child. Like she stays home all the time. They make money. The husband works. She's a housewife, but she also like has her own entity, her own like stuff that she brings money-wise, revenue-wise. So I think in today's age, it's more of a possibility. I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's possible. It's possible. If you can become a momfluencer, that's how you do it. If you have to go to a brick and mortar, then of course it's hard to do both. But yeah. I would want more of a modern relationship where both myself and future partner would work and stuff. I just don't know if Muslim men, because I am Muslim and I want to marry a Muslim, are like that. Are Muslim men more like he works and you tend to the home? That's my assumption. Zim guys are like that too, but let me tell you one thing. He gonna have to get over that. And he's already showed me he can work and still cook for me and attend to my needs. So he gonna have to be both. He gonna have to provide and nurture me and the kids. All four of them. People always hate my views on men, on a man paying all the bills. I'm used to it though. It's more men than you would expect that don't mind that lifestyle. There are a lot of men who are still completely okay with that. Definitely. Most Muslim men want to be the alpha males. The way I hate that term so much. I hate the term alpha male. And want their wives to stay home and bear children. I don't want kids. Yeah. Oh, I hate the term alpha male just because I feel like they've now weaponized it. And now we're calling men beta males and simps just because they love to cater to their woman. Like, what? So, yeah. Yeah. All four of them, child. All four of my little cherry. I'm going to push for 5 because I still want 5. 5 from my womb, if my womb allows it. If my womb only allows 1 or 0, that's okay. That's God's will. But yeah, I plan on pushing out 5, which means we gotta get to it. I'm 25. Time is dwindling. What we got? We got 3 more minutes together. Aw. Let me start to say my goodbyes. You will have to start now if you want 5. I know. Let me text him, see what he's doing. I'm joking. I would love a beta male who is emotionally intelligent over a fake macho any day, if I'm being honest. And I agree with you too. That's why I said I don't like the terms, because they almost want to demonize guys who are more emotionally intelligent, more, affectionate, caring, and all this stuff. I'm like, since when did that become a bad thing? I want that. I would rather have that, like you said, than a guy who's always trying to prove how masculine he is. To who? Who are you trying to prove it to? Because to me, if you're trying to prove I'm an alpha male so much, it's starting to make me think, nah, let me not. But you can fill in the blanks. Listen, natural hair, let me... You never know. I could be talking about baby announcement in 3 months. Oh, let me not play like that, because I'd be the type to make it happen. You agree with my unspoken words? Yeah. I'm just always weary of guys who really try to prove their masculinity. I'm like, why? What was the reason? All right, y'all. According to my clock, I got 60 seconds to say goodbye. So it has been great as always. Love and appreciate you guys coming to the lives. Thank you for the people who were here from the beginning, just helping me talk through my whole dilemma about leaving YouTube and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to do it, but it was a great conversation to have. I love that this wasn't all about dating like we always do, child. It had an emotional moment in there, but it's okay. We're adults. We're in tune with our emotions. That's okay. But yeah, love y'all. See you guys in the next... When will I see you guys next? Would I put out a video tomorrow? I'll try to put out a video tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. But yeah, see the Ready to Love people on Friday, and see you again next Monday, God willing. Aw, you just came back, Alexis. I'm so sorry. Good night, everybody.